In this video, we'll look at a project just going into mainnet launch and launching new crypto nodes. And this time, node owners get 50% of the gas fees spent on their entire blockchain. We are again the first ones here. I will tell you what the project is, how to buy the nodes, and how the node rewards work. But keep in mind that nothing I say in my videos are financial advice. If you're looking to get one of these nodes yourself after watching this video, you can do so by using this link right here that I will also leave down in the description below. This is the gaming platform PLYR that I've been building for over 3 years. They previously ran another gaming platform and have now rebranded and launched as a subnet on the Avalanche blockchain, the PLYR chain. I have personally talked to their team directly and they are legit and have some really good ideas for this gaming platform and their utilization of nodes. PLYR is a decentralized gaming platform ecosystem with several Web3 use cases like gaming, NFTs and community-driven projects, and it is multi-chain compatible. They already got 6 games in place, and one of their best features is that they literally allow anyone to play, even Web2 traditional gamers that doesn't know anything about crypto, because we only need a username in order to start playing their games, and everything with wallets, wallet addresses, tokens, NFTs that we win in these free-to-play games will be stored in the background in wallets, so that if the person later gets interested enough, they could later open up a wallet and start trading their gaming assets and so. And PLYR call all this instant play pass. The PLYR network will even include Web2 gaming items on their marketplace as well, mixing Web2 traditional games and Web3 crypto games, and this is a huge step in the right direction. To be able to trade gaming assets, NFTs and such, they already have a browser extension for desktop and a mobile app for mobile called Sidekick, where we handle all gaming assets and transactions. So it seems PLYR is well prepared with a lot of infrastructure. To perform transactions on the PLYR chain, we need the PLYR token for gas fees, but we don't need that if we just want to get in and play some of the free-to-play games. PLYR chain also got more of a decentralized approach, since their chain's scalability and security is covered by validating nodes in the hands of node operators, which I will talk more about now. So now when the PLYR chain have gone into mainnet and launched their chain with their 6 games, they need nodes that handle the gaming transactions. PLYR have chosen to decentralize the ownership of these validator nodes by releasing them as digital assets that people can own and earn with. And these nodes are crucial for the PLYR chain to work in terms of scalability, customizability, and security. There are in total 24 nodes, but each node is fragmented into 400 clusters per node. So there are in total 9,600 node clusters we can buy and earn with. And PLYR made it this way to make each cluster more affordable so that everyday gamers could own a piece of the validating nodes, and I assume trying to avoid just rich whales or centralized exchanges owning all the nodes. So this is also a good step for decentralization. However, these node clusters are just ownership representations of the real nodes that are actually owned and run by PLYR themselves. So we node operators don't need to install anything, we don't need to run an app or a computer or anything to run the node. We simply need to buy a node cluster key and stake it, and we are done. And we can buy several node clusters. We can buy as many as we want. However, the node clusters will become more expensive the more clusters are sold and the more the network grows over time. So the earlier we get the clusters, the cheaper the clusters will be. If we buy and stake our node clusters to earn with them, we also have the option to unstake them whenever we want. And we can even sell these node cluster keys on the second-hand market. So that is also great that they are tradable. The funds from this node cluster sales goes back into the PLYR project for development, token listings, liquidity, so into the ecosystem. What is also exciting is that some parts of the transaction fees on the PLYR chain will go towards the validating node clusters. So it's kind of similar to how proof of work consensus mechanism works in terms of rewarding the ones that are validating and securing the blockchain. But alright, let's go back and looking at the node rewards. Well, 16% of the entire supply of PLYR tokens will be allocated towards node cluster operators, so it seems a steady stream of PLYR token rewards will be handed to us node operators. The node rewards are calculated based on the amount of clusters staked and the duration of staking. So I guess the longer we stake, the more we earn, and also we earn more by having more node clusters. The allocation of rewards through this staking contract is planned to support the network's sustainability with a total of 5 million PLYR tokens distributed per node over 4 years. But on top of that, we also have the rewards coming from the gas fees when people game on the PLYR chain. So the more people that are playing using the PLYR ecosystem, the more rewards the node cluster operators will earn. So if we see huge success with the PLYR platform with a lot of people playing their games, we who own the nodes could earn a lot more from that. Here we can see the recent developments. The PLYR chain mainnet went live on 1st July, enabling high-speed blockchain gaming up to 50,000 transactions per second, where each transaction is completed under a second. The node cluster sale went live on 3rd July. The node cluster staking goes live on 7th July. They also have an upcoming airdrop where I think it will be beneficial to have these cluster nodes, and also perhaps an upcoming centralized exchange listing in July. So how do we buy the node cluster keys to be able to earn with the nodes? Here is what it will look like when we buy the node clusters. I will leave a link right here that will take you directly to this page. One node cluster initially costs $100 worth in the Ethereum token, but as more and more clusters are sold, the price of them will increase. We can buy the node clusters on these following blockchains. And these blockchains we can simply add to our MetaMask wallet by going in here. So the token we buy the clusters with will be the Ethereum token on each blockchain. I have left all kinds of contract addresses for each Ethereum token on each blockchain in the description below, so you can just copy and paste them so you can get the right ETH token for the blockchain you want to buy on. The contract address is like a token's ID number. Then here we make sure it's set to the right blockchain we want to buy on. Select how many node clusters we want to buy. We can increase the slippage here in case there are many people trying to buy clusters at the same time to make sure that we get the node. If we're able to get the node at the price we want, we'll get back the extra money that we put on top using this function right here. And then we simply go through with the purchase in our MetaMask wallet and confirm the transactions until we see this. We can then click here to go and stake our node clusters, because to get the staking PLYR token rewards from the node clusters, we need to have staked the clusters. Even though if we do not stake the clusters, we will still be able to get the rewards from the network gas fees. Keep in mind that we will not be able to stake our clusters until the 7th July when this feature opens, so make sure to return here on the 7th and stake if you want. Let me know how many clusters you got and what you think about the PLYR project. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.